It is possible to allow an employer to exercise discretion as to whether employees can exercise EMI options, but only in very limited circumstances. And a lot of the time that we see this is when we're already undergoing a transaction and the employer wants to allow the options to be exercised so that the employee can share in some of the proceeds. And the problem is, it can become a bit of a debate between both sides as to whether the options being allowed to be exercised would be acceptable to HMRC, and B, if it wouldn't be acceptable, well then the allowing the options to be exercised quite possibly means, under HMRC guidance, the EMI option lapses and a new option is granted, which means you lose entirely the EMI benefits. So it's really important when you do this that if you're going to have to allow the option to be exercised and use discretion, do it as early as possible to restrict any potential tax liabilities, and B, make sure when you are drafting the EMI option agreements that the discretion is suitable and does not constitute a fundamental change. Generally, fundamental changes that won't be accepted will be changing the number of shares that are subject to option, changing the price at which the option may be exercised. When the option may be exercised could also be a problem, as well as whether you change a specific event. HMRC manuals are quite useful on this topic. They talk about a few different pieces of case law that would be relevant, Eurocopy and Reed International being two examples. And basically, if you are doing something that is a fundamental change to the terms of the option, then you probably will lose your EMI status. If you are doing something that is nothing more than an incidental change, then you might well be okay.